Hi, Craig, Keith. Could you tell us a little bit about yourselves and the companies that you work for?
Yeah, so I'm Craig Story. I'm global lead for PEPPOL and unique device identification. I work for Kodit UDI Solutions Limited, and I spent the last 20 years helping companies, tier 1 companies, understand global regulations about unique device identification, and more recently now something called PEPPOL, which is this new standard that's come into Europe. Oh. So, Keith?
I'm Keith Smith. I'm the sales director for CEBS, based here in the UK. CEBS is a global partner of IBM and has been for 15 plus years, and we're involved in a whole range of e-commerce solution sets. My past experience has been working with US technology companies for far too many years, about 25 years, principally involved in setting up operations across Europe.
Fantastic. So why are you both here? So what's the linkage between the two organisations?
Well, we've been working with IBM on this PEPPOL since about 2014. So we provide the cloud-based piece, but of course a lot of these partners are going to need, or the end users are going to need integration services. So when we're speaking to the IBM technical people, they said we need to have an integration resource. We were introduced to CEBS via IBM, and it was a perfect partnership.
Perfect.
They have a massive amount of integration skill sets, and so we've come into together to give this total solution to the end users.
Brilliant. Interesting. Yeah. Craig, you mentioned PEPPOL a few times. Yeah. Could you give me I suppose for my benefit, it's just a view on what PEPPOL is and why it's such an important consideration right now? Yeah,
so PEPPOL's a European-wide project. It's been going on for about 12 years, funded by the EU Commission. And essentially what it is it stands for Pan-European Public Procurement Online. Yes.
Wow.
It's not a mint.
No.
Basically, it's electronic invoicing.
Right.
So it's now an EU requirement across EU 28. Norway's been doing it since about 2012. It's mandated by the NHS, and it's also in Australia. It's coming through in Vietnam. So basically, it's a way of getting rid of the traditional costs of bespoke EDI software, and just having an open source message, the same message wherever you are in the world. So you connect once, and then you can receive a PO, send invoices wherever your customers are.
And I suppose from a perspective of integrating even an open source, open standards protocol like PEPPOL, bringing that into existing organisations is going to be a challenge.
So what we see as adding our skill set to this partnership is, once people can use PEPPOL in its basic format through the messaging to start with, a lot of organisations are going to want to integrate that back into their ERP systems, their finance systems. And if you're starting to process 1,000 purchase orders and corresponding invoices a week, that's a lot of manual stuff. So what we're able to do is to integrate that back into their existing systems to make it a very seamless commercial transaction.
Cool. Gentlemen, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. Yeah. Cheers, chaps.
Thank you.